Hi, we're back for another video on my series for professional development, particularly around interviewing skills. So something that has come up with before is around internships and how important that is. So I'll talk about that today. If you haven't seen my other videos, please definitely, I'm going to put up some cards just so that you can see them, click on them. If you want to start from the beginning and watch this in succession. So today's topic, like I said before, is about internships. So internships are, I guess, for most folks who've gone to college, it seems to be something that's just a requirement that you have to do, right? And most of us hate them because they're kind of just like boring, or you're working in an internship that may be unpaid and you really feel like you're doing work that a normal worker would be paid for. So I personally, I've done internships, and I've had a lot of people who have done internships, and generally, it's awful. But how do you make internships sound relevant? If you do not have a lot of job experience. So this is really targeted for folks who may be looking for entry-level positions, or you're changing fields. How do you tie an internship that may not be relevant for the job that you're looking for? So again, I talked in a previous video about customer service skills, about how do you really connect with either your coworkers, your boss, or with the consumers or customers for whatever your job you're working in. Internships, you want to make that kind of same argument about what was relevant in the internship. Most of the time, it may not be the projects, it may not be the actual technical things that you learn. But for a lot of folks who may be doing that as part of college internships, you want to say, well, what did you learn from being in that work environment? So if it is similar to the job that you're applying, so say for example you worked at a software company and you're actually trying to get a programmer job, you want to talk about, for example, what were some of the relevant project work that would apply in this position. But if you were not applying for a similar work position with your internship experience, talk about those soft skills. How did you work with people? What are some of the things that you learned? For example, how do you work with a boss? That's one thing you'll learn from internships, is for the person who's coordinating your internship, well, what are some of their expectations? How did you meet their expectations? The thing that I would say for internships is, although we all hate them, we don't want to be in our internships, you do not want to trash the internship and the work that you are doing in it. So if you didn't like it, don't talk about the actual projects, but talk about the relationships. Talk about the person who was coordinating the relationship with somebody I got along with, or I got along with the other people who were working there, or you got along with other interns, that were in that organization. So remember that internships, we all know kind of the truth around whether or not they're helpful or not, but you want to be able to dress it up in the best way possible. I will say there are a lot of people would like to name drop organizations that they work for. I usually have found that it doesn't help, because unless you were really an actual employee there doing a paid position in which there are a lot of expectations for you to do well in that position, name dropping internships typically won't help a lot in interviews, unless you can really take a product or a whatever you did in that internship and show it to the actual interviewer. So this is kind of, if it was an internship in which you had a product, then that's great. But if it was more that you were in an internship where it was more about working with people, then you may only have the ability to articulate kind of experience itself. So remember, in terms of internships, it is something that for folks who do not have a lot of job experience, for them to bring it up. But remember, to bring it up in a way that is relatable and relevant for the position that you're looking for. So short conversation on internships. But if you like this conversation or this series about interviewing, definitely subscribe to my channel, and also hit like if you like the series. Definitely I'm going to talk about another important topic in the next video that's relevant to job hunters. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys soon. So goodbye.